All right, man. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez. Get a review of the Sandor Martin fight. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel? Cash App $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, the whole nine. Right. So, um, watch Timothy Bradley and let's get to the fight, right? If you see my live stream yesterday, I didn't score it. I'm not going back and rewatch it. I'm not, unless I really ain't got nothing to do. But from what I seen, he had a problem with, cutting ring off. Didn't utilize his jab. And Tim Bradley was saying that his father was telling him everything that needed to be done in the corner. He was telling the right advice. He said in the fighter meeting that T.O. seemed a little bit off, but he said the father was saying everything they worked on. And he said it was everything that they need to work on. Use the jab, throw more than one punches, all that stuff. And, obviously, like I said, if you hear me last night in the live stream, I felt that he looked a lot physically, a lot, faster in the Pedro Campbell fight, which was his introduction to 140 pounds. Looked like he leaned out. He didn't bulk up as much, like he had some speed, but there's still some fundamental errors there that's not going to get fixed. People talking about this. He was throwing the hook, jumping up in the air as in, early on in his fights versus Mason Menard and guys like that. And that's why he got dropped. He keep leaving his feet. You know what I'm saying? And he got dropped twice. Them were punches. No matter if it was him, making himself unbalanced or unstable. Punches landed, he hit the canvas. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Punches landed, he hit the canvas. It should have been 2 knockdowns, not 1. Just like this, like he jumping up, leaving his feet. You can't fight like that. So you gonna get knocked out like that. And you lucky Sandor Martin wasn't one of them opponents that can knock him out. He could say, Sandor ran after the fight. Sorry for the performance. Look, dude, you didn't do your job. We all knew Sandor Martin used real estate. We knew that. He wasn't gonna be another Comey that sit in front of you, another Mace Menard, Magladone that sit in front of you. You knew he was gonna move. You knew that. We knew that. And still, you go into the ring and you don't execute the game plan. Come on. Still, you go into the ring and you don't execute a game plan. Once again, still you go into the ring and you don't execute the game plan. That's a problem. You got to stop jumping off your feet, then use your jab, then cut the ring off. You throwing one big shot, which allowed him to see the big shot. Not only was he slipping the shot, he was also using his feet to step over and reset you every time. He constantly overcommitted every step of the way. He overcommitted. Every step of the way, he overcommitted. Every step of the way, Teofimo Lopez overcommitted. And that's why he was able to check hook you. That's why he was able to slip. Had he threw a setup shot to the chest right under the heart or something, that would have caught him off guard. That would have put him out of position. Then you put your 2 or 3 shots behind that. But he didn't do that. He threw one big shot, whiffed, the first shot was supposed to be he was looking for the knockout shot. And that's the curse about, that's the curse about having knockout power. You so dependent that you can land it, but you get a guy in there that can avoid it, that becomes a problem. Then you don't know how to calm down and set your shots up. And all it would have took would have been one. All it would have took is been one shot to the chest. That way he wouldn't have been able to lean over there to throw him off balance, right? Then come behind it with 2 good shots, not just looking for one big shot. And that's what he's looking for. And Sandor Martin can do that all night. Sandor Martin can do that all night. All night he can do that. But if you set it up, one shot to the chest, then, touch, then, get him in on the ropes, then go to work. But, then they, after the fight, they get into an argument. You ran. You knew what he signed up for. That as the A-side fighter, right? As the A-side fighter, right? It's your job. It's your job to take what he does away, take what he do away, right? What he does best away, and then implement your will, impose your will on him, and you ain't do that. And that's on you. So don't sit there and blame Sandor Martin because he didn't sit there and let you beat on him. He ain't come to be an opponent. Blame yourself for not having a game plan to diffuse what he do. That's who to blame. Nobody else. That's who to blame. That's exactly who to blame. You got to set your shots up. Throw throwaway shots. And a lot of people are saying, well, this is why he don't want to fight Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? But come on, because he can't deal with no boxer with the reach, and that's why that black boxer was beating on him until his daddy started calling him the N-word. And now everybody gonna be critical, and he already like mentally not there. And Timothy Bradley talked about them being in the fighter meetings, and he said he was just all over the place. He said he don't know this kid. He said he didn't know who he was. He said either they was gonna get the worst, fight, the worst performance, his worst performance, the best performance. It was closer to his worst performance. He said that he was in the fire meeting like he don't know who the kid is. It's one of the kid. They remember Devin Haney said Camboso ruined Tio. He will never be the same. I'm not necessarily sure it was Camboso. I just think it's some things that's going, on outside of his outside the ring. And they had his son there ringside and all that type of stuff, but I think it might be some other, and it might be the Camboso fight. It might be. I'm not inside the man's head, quite frankly, but it might be. It might be, but to me, it might be mentally don't seem to be there. But that's up to him, man. He got to fight them demons, and I tell you, man, a lot of us men, and young men and teenagers and stuff, we go through issues with women. I talked about this on the live this morning. We go through it with women. Trust me. You don't have anybody to speak to about it. Talk to your boys, the niggas laughing at you, shit you soft and all that. I mean, a lot of us don't seek professional help. It's just something a lot of the men that's in people's life, you really can't talk to them about it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes, people say, well, I have a dude to show me. A lot of times it's just, we can't talk to the men that's in our life, bro, about the stuff that we want to talk about. That's real stuff. Real talk. Real talk. A lot of times we just go on feel. Women seem to have a better, more, compassion, empathy, and all that stuff, and emotionally tied to each other to be able to have those conversations. And sometimes you can't have those conversations. Honestly, as men, we just figure it out as we go. But I mean, hopefully he figure it out and do his best for him and whatever. But honestly, dude, then Gervonta Davis chimed in and said that Top Rank build him up into a hype job. And I'm just thinking, I'm like, out of all the hype jobs that PBC done had, and they're gonna push the narrative that he ran. Whether you thought it was close or not bad decision, how in the world the TON 97-93 or whatever the last scorecard was disgusting. And Gervonta talking about Tank. At the end of the day, like I said, he won't get in the ring with neither one of them. But that's how the Top Rank make you look like you a fire. You can't be touched until they can't no more. They all trash. So at the end of the day, that's what PBC do. We know it's a known fact that you could have fought Teofimo Lopez. You didn't. We know for a fact you could have fought Lomachenko. You let Teofimo Lopez fight Lomachenko. So really, your opinion don't matter how many times PBC, and I said this this morning on the live, it don't matter how many times PBC got y'all fucking head bashed in. Y'all like to forget and move on. You can be a fucking victim. They got several fighters over there that you can fight that you've been running for from years. So like I said before, it's funny how he always got an opinion but never want to hop in the ring with nobody. For years, he been running from Lomachenko. When Floyd got mad and said he want to make the Lomachenko fight, you start bitching and crying and complaining like a little 304. So really, your opinion don't make no sense. T.O. out here taking chances. Let's keep it real. T.O. out here taking chances. And what you out here doing? Bullshitting in my Big Sean voice. What you doing? Bullshitting. Come on. Let's keep it real. At the end of the day, Devin Haney made an observation. And that's cool. You talking, about somebody being built up. That's all PBC do is build y'all hollow asses up. Top Rank match, they people tough. All PBC do is build y'all up. Y'all get smacked down as soon as y'all get resistance. Don't forget Lomachenko came and beat the guy you running from and Gary Russell when he had 20-something fights and he had like 3 fights in a loss or something like that. Let's not forget that, little buddy. How they forget so fast. How they forget. So funny how everybody got opinion when somebody have a tough fight to lose. Boy, when Tank lose, get knocked out or quit or whatever it is, bro, it's going to be a cold day in hell for Cuz. Because he talks so much shit, dude. It's going to be a cold day. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance. Get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel. Cash App, $CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, the whole 9. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know in the comment section. Peace.